All right, guys. Today we are gonna be reacting to she claims she has to go to nightclubs to have fun while in a relationship. Let's jump in.
Again, I think the big difference if you go to TGI Fridays and you have a couple of drinks and the baby back ribs versus going to a nightclub. It seems like I don't know why you'd need to go to a nightclub in order to bond. That just seems strange.
Because like sometimes the DJs play good music that you wouldn't get at TGI Fridays or the pub around the corner from your house, and it's
Put in
just
your
a different
AirPods.
and a different ambiance. Like you come out and it's nice. You want to step out in your Louboutins
With
and
your
in your
man,
nice
looking
gown.
cute.
Yeah, I don't want to come dressed out to TGI Fridays just to come back home and like change into some PJs. Like I want to dance with him on the dance floor and like get it on like Usher style. Like we in the club.
Why can't you do that at home?
Yeah, you're still.
I mean, you can, but I mean,
Right.
I can just play something off my Bluetooth speaker and it's just
Put the
us
R&B
dancing,
station
like,
on.
Yeah, I guess we can.
I mean, personally, I
But
only
it's a
had
different
really good
vibe.
experiences with my man at the club.
Me too.
And I've been a couple times with him. I never had one bad experience. It's always super fun.
Like partying with
It
your
depends
party
on-
with your
I'm
part with
just
your
really
person.
curious,
Just
like,
me personally, me
Look,
personally.
I'll grant that I'm like
You want to party with your person?
highly introverted and like I fucking hate bars and clubs and shit.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys actually make like a compelling argument or articulate like what is actually fun about going to the bar? I can kind of understand.
can.
Hold on. I can kind of understand it a bit more from the woman's perspective. Free drinks, you're getting all kind of attention, male validation,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. I guess girls like to dance or whatever the fuck. Why? Like, what's actually fun about it? And then perhaps like, what would even on top of that? What's actually fun about it for a guy? Like, I just don't understand it
There's nothing,
whatsoever.
Brian.
I think it's dancing
Brian,
with your.
there's nothing unless there's a pool table. I used to go to the pool table. I love pool. I love to play pool. I can be there for hours. Outside of that, nothing. Nothing. Because if you like to drink, you're getting wasted. Now in today's economy, you're probably wasting hundreds of dollars just to drink. That's just stupid.
Girl. Personally,
Her
I mean,
shaking
my
ass
man,
on you, right?
Yeah, like my man always has so much fun. Like when we're just dancing together, and there's not much places where we can just go and just dance and have fun.
Yeah.
And it's dark too, so you're not really like looking at him and like, oh, like he's dancing bad. Like, yes, they're both just having fun, like drunk or not.
Just,
like, we don't need
yeah,
liquor.
you're
Yeah.
just having fun. You just having fun, guys. She's looking for validation. When she go to the dance club, she's trying to look for that other guy because there's a lot of pickup artists and guys that know how to just get girls, and those girls are looking for that type of guy.
The
Depends
music
if
be
you go see a
vibing.
DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a companionship being.
comparable.
There's a companionship being with your person and partying together, and enjoying
Yeah, there
that.
definitely is.
Concerts.
It's a vibe for sure.
Okay.
It's a vibe. I like
Yeah,
partying with my
it is.
friends.
Are you maybe too old for that?
I mean, even
I
when-
mean,
I'm 23, so I'm still a party girl. A
You
little bit.
realize that while perchance you may think that Brian is currently ancient, just a few years ago he was not. So the thing is like, and clubs, believe it or not, existed when Brian was your age. So it's like, I don't know why like we don't have a frame of reference here. Definitely have a frame of reference.
You never went to the club for a show.
Oh, like I mean, I went a little bit when I was younger. I was never a big drinker though.
You didn't go to people watch. You look like a people watcher.
You're shaming
Your
him.
whole show is people watching. You
Sort
love
of.
people
No, I
watching.
mean, I went, but it was like, I don't know.
It's free
There's
entertainment.
nothing good there,
It's
man.
Free people watch.
I'm telling you, there was nothing good there. I remember my first time going to the bar to practice pickup because I suck at it. First time I needed to just approach 25 women. 25 women that first time. I remember that first time, bro. I hated it because I used to go to the bar just to hang out with my friends, my brother. Great time. But when I decided to just go to the bar to talk to women, I don't know why I did that, but it was one of the worst thing ever, man. And I'm a musician, and I'm a classical musician, so talk about performing in front of thousands of people, but approaching people, man. Golly, man, one of the worst. But I got good, you start getting good and stuff like that, of course, but it never goes away. And I never liked it. Never liked it, folks. Always hated it. Now that I'm older, I realize that there was nothing good in those places. There was nothing good. Nothing. I guess it just helped me build some character in the long run, but in that short run, it's just I don't know if it was worth it or not, man.
Watching and drunk people,
Honestly,
it's hilarious.
it was never. I don't know. The whole
for
experience
everybody.
was
The
not.
best
not
place
for
to find that
everybody.
is out in public
It's
in
for
a
us,
park
though.
bench.
Yeah,
not a
true.
club.
Yeah. So okay. Last thing, I guess, on this whole bar thing, then we need to get the rest of people's relationship status. I guess going back to the whole differential thing. I guess what I was trying to get to is. You guys do acknowledge, I know that, like, look, I'll even grant that you guys go to the club just to have fun and dance, and it's not necessarily to meet men, but you guys do acknowledge, like, maybe not you, but you have a girlfriend who, like, she's gone out one night and she's like, I want to meet a guy. Have you guys had
Yeah.
that experience maybe for yourself?
Yep.
I know a lot of you are in long-term relationships or whatever, but you will admit, like, some women will go out with the hopes of maybe a guy flirting with them or something.
Yep.
Sure.
That's the only reason that my friends will want me to come out with them, honestly. It's not my forte, but you got to support your girls. But we've always said that, like, for us going out, just at least my friend group, like, the pregame is the best part of the night out. It's not the club. Like,
Right.
my two best friends in New York, we will be at the bar or whatever for probably pregame for 2 hours, go to the bar for 20 minutes, then leave, get pizza, go home, be like, we had so much fun together.
That sounds like a great
you know?
night. I love that.
I think I've just grown out of it.
What is
So,
pregame?
but let me
Drinking
finish my,
beforehand, having some cocktails, listening to music, finishing your makeup,
Girly time.
yeah,
comes
so,
from tailgating.
A waste of time.
And so, and you guys, those of you who've been out, you guys do acknowledge that when you do go out, there are men there who are interested in, like, hitting on you, sexually pursuing you, et cetera, et cetera. You guys acknowledge that, right?
That's like anywhere we go.
Grocery
out on the
store.
street.
Man,
yeah, you
just
walk
the cope and the gaslighting. It's just, man, they don't just. It's just they don't want to admit that they go to the bar to do those things. Why the hell you spending 3 hours to get ready to go to the bar with high heel just to dance? Really? I mean, they just don't want to admit it because they're gonna look like 3 or 4. I'm just gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out. They look like 3 or 4. That's why they don't want to say. That's why they don't want to admit it. That's why they always have to deviate the conversation to something else.
The gas station.
Oh, look at the gas
You
station.
You could
Come
be
on
at
now.
Trader Joe's. A guy could come
Come
approach
on.
you. I would say it's probably more anticipated that it's going to happen at a bar or nightclub.
Exactly.
And
love it.
also, like, I don't know, shit goes down in the bars and clubs. Like, I don't know. I don't think in the history of Trader Joe's there's ever been, like, a guy approaches a girl and then,
Closing
like,
the
5
deal.
minutes 5 minutes later he's, like, finger banging her or something.
Yo, you can develop skills that you can close. You can close. If you go closer, you can close. If you know how to show interest, not interest, I would say intention. That's the key, folks. Intention. Intentions are clear early on. You can close the deal.
Shit.
It's true.
That sounds
I've seen, look, I've went to these clubs and parties and shit. I've seen stuff happen. Sure, you know, they'll hook up, they'll leave the club together, they'll fuck. Like, I don't know if in the history of Trader Joe's, that's maybe, who knows, some guy with, like, immaculate riz or some shit. But
Yeah.
That only happens
you
at Home
reach
Depot.
for the lettuce
only
at
Home
the same
Depot. Home
time.
Depot it goes down at Home Depot for sure. But so knowing this, I guess, and knowing, like, here's the difference, right? So men and women, we flirt differently. So, like you said earlier, like the way you'll kind of flirt, right, is you might just like something. You won't actually slide into a DM. You'll go out to the bar or whatever. Even granting that when you do go to these environments, maybe that's not your intention, but have any of you met a guy from a party, bar, or club?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you guys been in relationships forever, so.
Yeah, I have.
You have, what about you?
I
I
did
mean, I
one.
would say so.
Yeah? Deborah, what about you? Barbara?
My longest relationship, actually, I met him in a club in Israel.
Okay, and so
Wow.
going into that though, like, were you going out though with, like, I really want to meet a guy tonight?
I was on a program, so there was like a couple hundred of us that would go and like basically just take over the clubs that we went.
Oh, is it
so he was on
Birthright,
It
or-
wasn't. It was
or what's it
college in
called?
Israel.
Yeah. Okay.
Bar Ilan.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of different programs like that, and he was on a different program, and then
Right.
everybody just happened to be there that night, and
Sure.
then we made out in the club, and then we dated for like almost 2 years.
So it seems like, okay, here's the dilemma that I see though. It's like, okay, so when you get into a relationship, because men and women flirt differently, I think we can all agree that,
And she broke up the relationship. How do I know? She was laughing at the end when she said we broke up for 2 years. She ended up the relationship, and she was happy by ending the relationship because she wanna still do some 3 or 4 stuff. I mean, I don't know how to take these conversations. Clearly, it seems like this is the beginning of the conversation. So they're in the defense, right? So they're gonna gaslight, and that way we don't think the worst of them, right? But we'll get it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Neither the man or the woman should, like, you shouldn't go and actively approach somebody, right? Like, that would be cheating if the guy went up to a girl and, like, hit on her, right? That'd be cheating.
While in a relationship.
And that'd also be cheating if the woman went up to somebody and hit on them.
100%.
But this sort of ignores the, like, asymmetry between men and women. Women don't really do that. So the way that you guys flirt, and this is very, if your intention is to find a guy, and some of you have met men in these sorts of environments, the way that you will flirt is you'll put yourself in a position for men to come and approach you. That's your method of getting men.
But being exposed.
Yeah, you won't, like, really slide into a bunch of occasionally, but you won't, like, really slide into DMs. You won't, like, go up to men at these environments, but you'll put yourself in a position. Maybe you'll put yourself in proximity, stand next to them,
So you can see us.
You're saying it's like cat and mouse, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So the way in which women will flirt doesn't change once
It's
they're in a
very, it's more
relationship.
So you say women
strategic.
bait?
It's more strategic,
No,
basically.
but hold on. I'll tell you what I'm getting at. And so, in a relationship, we only, like, shut down the ways in which men flirt, but there is no expectation really that's placed on women that men need to shut down the way you guys make yourselves available.
100%.
So you continue.
Then their sexual strategy or the media strategy is still open. Why are you going to the bar with her? She's dressing very nice. She's just dressing out there. Why? She should be dressing for you. Think about this, guy, for a second. Think about this. She should be dressing for you because she just wants to make sure that she keeps you attracted. She wants to make sure that you're still attracted to her. But why is she just dressing very nice to go to a bar? Because she still have her options open, folks. She's still selling herself. She's going to look around. You know, sometimes she's going to just do some faces. You know, all of a sudden, she tells her boyfriend or husband, and I'm going to go to the restroom. But you don't know that she's just going to meet that guy close to the restroom because she already give him the signal that I'm going to go to the restroom. I'm telling you guys. I'm being both sides of the fence. I'm being both sides of the fence. That's how it is, man. Guys go to the bar and they don't even give a damn if that girl's married or not. But the female that goes there, she should have a high heel, and the guy, if the guy doesn't look like he's, on par with her, who? Listen, I told my wife one story when I was living in Milwaukee. I was getting out of the gym, and then I walked down to my apartment. It was like 10 minutes walk. But we used to live on top of a bar, and that bar downstairs was it was very nice. One time I go by and I see this female just holding her phone like in a camera position, right? Like she's recording. I just happened to walk and just look to see what's going on in that camera. Bro, it was the husband with the kid, man, and she was in the bar, bro. The husband and the kid, and wife is talking with the husband over the camera, and she has a drink, man. What do you think is gonna happen, folks? I'm telling you, let them call you insecure, let them call you all this stuff. If you have a woman, do not allow her. And she started telling you that she want to go out with with the bars. If you're married, start drafting some divorce papers, my guy. Contact your lawyer. Just get ready because this is not gonna last. If you have a girlfriend, hopefully she's not living with you because you have to stop the relationship. Bar is not a good place for a good girl. she'll get corrupt. If she wants to go to the bar with high heel and stuff like that, she's selling herself. I'm telling you.
When you're in a relationship, a lot of women continue their single conduct. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, but
The way we
Come on,
conduct
Andrew.
ourselves
Jump
when
in.
we're single would not be acceptable once we're in a relationship, but the way you guys conduct yourselves when you're single, that's never challenged, and I think it ought to be. So if you're in a relationship with a guy, you got to stop posting revealing photos. You got to stop
Let's go.
dressing revealing, and you got to stop going out to bars, clubs, and parties. Even if you have no intention of approaching a guy, you know going to these events, you will be approached. So
Some
in the
guys
same-
like that though.
Hold
They
on.
like their girl getting attention.
Not
Wow.
really.
Wow.
So in the way that we have to shut down our options, you don't shut down your options when you guys are in a relationship, and I find that interesting.
But Brian, have you never had the experience with girls where you're just like, excuse me, do you have a tissue? And they're like, I have a boyfriend. Don't speak to me. There are so many women who act
Yeah,
like
they
that.
are.
or they
For
won't
what?
even
What's your name?
Nah. That's a test. They call that not a chest test. You know how to just go. Man, I used to have a very good line for that. I said, no, I have a boyfriend. You will tell her, don't worry. Tell your boyfriend you met your new gay friend. Tell your boyfriend I'm your new gay friend. That shit will work, man. I'm telling you. Because then she will start laughing because that demonstrates you're confident. But when they say that, that's their way. That's like the first smoke screen, right? It's not real. It's like a sale. When they say not interested, it's not real. It's not that they're not interested. There's something else. But they don't say it like she's saying, excuse me, I have a boyfriend. They don't say it like that. So this is their way of just still gaslighting the conversation. This is not how it is. You guys have to use that line. It's very good. I have a boyfriend. Don't worry. Tell your boyfriend that I'm your new gay friend. That's a very good line. But the new boyfriend stuff, if you have a boyfriend, why would you be in the bar alone? I just don't make sense, man.
My name
to
is
another
I have
man. Literally, like I have a boyfriend. They're like, I'm just trying to seat you at your table for dinner. So I think it just comes on every side. But I definitely agree with you. And I think to take it a step further, that if you don't want to do that, if you're not with somebody who makes you want to, just put his eyes on you and really only pursue that relationship, then I don't think you're with the right person. And I think every girl has experienced that, where a guy, when you're talking to a guy, he either makes you want to never speak to another man ever again, or reminds you how much better you can get, and then encourages you to date
Like my
more
case.
and
Yeah,
find a
well,
better
look,
match for yourself.
I'm perfectly willing to grant that there are women who are in relationships who go to these environments and they will shut down 100% of the
Yeah.
men 100% of the time.
Yep.
That might very well be the case, although there's certainly situations where, women have a hypergamous nature.
Yep.
There very well could be a case. It's like, well, are we like in like an argument phase of our relationship, and this guy's like, I don't know, if this other guy who's stepping to you, if he's like exceptional in some additional way, like you just got to close down your options. But even putting that aside, if you guys are looking to men to be leaders and to be protectors, one component of us being protectors would be we have to have some say and authority when it comes to your conduct and protecting the relationship. Because if you're going to these parties, let's say you have no intention of cheating, some guy could roofie you, we're looking out for you, I don't want you in the club, and somebody could put something in your drink, some guy could grab your ass and you feel terrible about it. And that's terrible behavior, but guys are drunk, they do that shit. I don't want to expose my girlfriend to that kind of conduct from other men. And also just, I don't drink and party and all that stuff. So like, I'm not dating women who do this for the most part anyways, but we're just trying to protect you, so.
I like that point of view.
You know what's crazy? Have you guys heard the saying that goes, you have to protect your woman from her own nature? You have to protect your woman from her own self, what they call it, right? Because they tend to do, if they don't have a good guidance, they tend to do a lot of self-destructive behavior. And the divorce rate is a good sample of that. Because of the feel-good Kool-Aid, I just want to be part of the wave and just divorce and just go to Dubai, I guess, But it's a self-destructive behavior. You know very well nobody's going to like you when they know that you destroyed the entire family. You're going to die alone. right? So they do a lot of self-destruction behavior, right? The drinking and the sleeping with a lot of guys, you know. And at the beginning, they're gonna just go against you, but then later on, they're gonna understand why, right? But you as a man, you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready. You have to kind of be willing to have it. You see, at the beginning, you have to be willing to have it.
But
Have
that's
that
why,
back
like,
and
when I said
forward.
I get paid to go here, I know the promoters, like, they'll get us a section for me and my girls to sit at. So our drinks aren't anywhere near where it can get roofied on the dance floor, or guys aren't close enough to be smacking our ass. Like, we're literally sitting, enjoying ourselves in the club, and we have our own secluded area to dance if we did want to dance. We don't have to step onto the sweaty dance floor in close proximity with
I'm
strangers.
just curious. Like, look, I'm not.
I mean, she's full of it. I don't know what you guys think, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll see you in our next one.